everyone, and welcome back to Small Talk Podcast, where we learn English and talk about life together. I'm Emily.
And I'm Robert. Hi, Emily. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really well. Thank you for asking. I'm excited about today's topic because creativity is something that helps us in many parts of life.
Yes, absolutely. Before we start, I want to remind everyone to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this with your friends. Your support means everything to us.
That's right. Today, we're going to talk about how to be more creative. This is something anyone can do. You don't need to be special or different. Anyone can be creative.
I love that message. So, Emily, what is creativity really? I think many people have the wrong idea about it.
That's a great question. Creativity is not just about art or music or drawing. It's about finding new ways to do things. It's about solving problems in different ways. It's about using your imagination.
So, a teacher who uses a new way to teach a lesson is creative.
Exactly. Or a parent who finds a new way to make dinner interesting is creative. Or someone who solves a work problem with a new idea. Creativity is everywhere. It's in our daily life.
That makes sense. So how can people start to be more creative? What's the first step?
The first step is to give yourself permission. Many people are creative, but they don't let themselves be creative. They think they're not creative enough. They think their ideas are not good.
That's a real problem, isn't it? People judge themselves too much.
Yes, that's true. So first, stop judging yourself. Tell yourself that your ideas are good. Tell yourself that you can be creative. Believe in yourself.
I like that. What's the next step?
The next step is to try new things. Do something different. If you always do the same thing, your brain stays the same. To become more creative, you need to push yourself.
What kind of new things? Can you give us an example?
Sure. You could try cooking a new recipe. You could visit a new place in your city. You could read a book in a different genre. You could take a class in something you've never done before.
Those are simple ideas, but they really work, don't they?
They really do. When you try new things, your brain makes new connections. These connections help you think of new ideas. It's like exercise for your creativity.
I like that comparison. What else helps people be more creative?
Asking questions helps a lot. Instead of accepting things as they are, ask why. Ask how you could do things differently. Ask what would happen if you changed something.
Can you give me an example of that?
Of course. Let's say you work in an office. Maybe you always have meetings in the conference room, but you could ask, what if we had meetings outside? What if we walked while we talked? What if we sat in a circle instead of around a table?
Those are interesting questions. They could change things.
Exactly. Questions open doors to new ideas. They help you see things differently, and that's what creativity is about.
What about listening to other people? Does that help?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Other people have different ideas and different ways of thinking. When you listen to them, you learn new things. You see things from a different point of view.
So, collaboration is creative?
Very much so. When people work together, they create something bigger than they could alone. They inspire each other. They build on each other's ideas. That's very creative.
That's a beautiful idea. What about taking breaks? I hear that rest is important for creativity.
That's so true. Your brain needs rest to be creative. If you work all the time, you get tired. Your ideas come from a fresh mind.
So, what kind of breaks help?
Walking is great. Meditation is wonderful. Sleep is very important. Also, just sitting and doing nothing helps. Let your mind wander. Let it rest.
When you let your mind wander, what happens?
That's when the best ideas come. When you're not trying, when you're just relaxed, your brain connects ideas in new ways. Some of the best ideas come when you're not working on them.
That's interesting. What about failure? Is that part of being creative?
Absolutely. Failure is part of creativity. If you never fail, you're not trying new things. Failure teaches you what doesn't work. That helps you find what does work.
So we shouldn't be afraid of failure.
Not at all. Failure is not bad. It's just information. It tells you something. Use it to try again in a different way.
I think that's hard for many people. How can they change their mindset about failure?
By remembering that every successful person has failed many times. Think about famous artists or inventors. They failed again and again, but they kept trying.
That's motivating. What about keeping a journal? Is that creative practice?
Yes, very much. Writing in a journal helps your creativity. You write what you think and feel. You can write anything. There's no right or wrong way.
How often should someone write in a journal?
Even 5 minutes a day helps. It doesn't have to be long. The important thing is to do it regularly. Your creative brain will grow.
What about brainstorming? How do you brainstorm?
Brainstorming is when you write down every idea that comes to your mind. Don't judge the ideas. Don't think if they're good or bad. Just write them.
Interesting. So you don't evaluate the ideas?
Not at first. In brainstorming, you let ideas flow. You write everything. Later, you can look at the ideas and choose the good ones. But at first, just write.
What if someone feels stuck? What if they can't think of ideas?
That happens to everyone. When you feel stuck, change your environment. Go outside. Change the music you're listening to. Have a drink of water. Move your body.
Movement helps creativity?
Yes, when you move, blood flows to your brain. Your brain wakes up. New ideas come. That's why people think better when they walk.
What about nature? Does being in nature help creativity?
Oh, nature is wonderful for creativity. When you're in nature, you see beautiful things. You see colors and patterns. Your brain loves that. It inspires ideas.
So people should spend time in nature?
Yes, if they can. Even a little time in nature helps. A park, a garden, the beach, mountains, any natural place feeds your creativity.
What role does curiosity play in creativity?
Curiosity is very important. Curious people ask more questions. They explore more. They notice things that others miss. Curiosity feeds creativity.
How can people become more curious?
By asking why, by reading about things they don't know, by talking to people who are different from them, by staying open-minded about new ideas.
What about children? Are they naturally creative?
Children are very creative. They imagine things, they play, they try new things without fear. As we grow, we sometimes lose that, but we can get it back.
How do we get that back?
By playing, by giving ourselves permission to be silly, by not worrying about what people think, by doing things just for fun, not for a result.
That sounds like good advice. What about limits? Can limits help creativity?
Actually, yes. Sometimes limits force you to be creative. If you have a small budget, you think more creatively. If you have limited time, you focus more.
So limits can be helpful?
Yes, they push you to find solutions. They make you think differently. Sometimes having everything you want makes it harder to be creative.
What about inspiration? Where do creative people find inspiration?
Inspiration is everywhere. In art, in music, in books, in conversations, in the street, in nature, in other people's work. The key is to look for it.
How should people look for inspiration?
With open eyes and an open mind. Visit museums, read books, listen to music, watch movies, talk to interesting people. Notice the small things.
What about discipline? Do creative people need discipline?
Yes, they do. Creativity needs practice. You need to work at it regularly. Set a time each day for creative work. Make it a habit.
Even just a little bit each day?
Yes, 15 minutes a day is better than 3 hours once a month. Regular practice builds your creative muscle.
That's good advice. What about sharing your creative work? Is that important?
Sharing is important. When you share your work, you grow. You get feedback. You feel brave. You inspire other people too.
Even if the work isn't perfect?
Especially then. Imperfect work is still valuable. It shows you tried. It shows you were brave. And it can inspire other people to be creative.
That's an important message. Let's recap what we talked about today.
Great idea. We learned that creativity is for everyone. It's not just for artists. It's about finding new solutions and using your imagination.
We also learned that you should try new things, ask questions, and listen to other people.
We talked about the importance of rest, failure, and keeping a journal. We learned that nature helps creativity, and that children are naturally creative.
And we learned that limits can help, that inspiration is everywhere, and that regular practice is important.
Most importantly, we learned that you should give yourself permission to be creative, and that you should share your work with others.
That's a great summary. Thank you everyone for listening to Small Talk Podcast.
Please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your friends who want to be more creative. Your support means so much to us.
And please comment below. Tell us how you are creative. Tell us what you do to inspire yourself. We love reading your comments.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Small Talk Podcast. We had so much fun talking about creativity with all of you.
Keep being creative. Keep trying new things. Keep sharing your ideas. See you next time.
Goodbye, everyone. Keep creating.